Well, hello and welcome back. Thank you for coming back today. Well, we're in an old village. We're on a village called Fiti, and that village is up in the hills between Paphos and the resort town of Polis, halfway. So it's about 25-ish kilometres from Paphos and about 20-ish kilometres from Polis, and it's on top of a mountain. It's an old village indeed, and we're going to go for a little walk around the village square. But before we do, I'm going to introduce you to the most beautiful woman in the world, and her name is Miss Archin. Grazie via la bouffe.
Hello, everybody. How nice to see you again and again.
And again. Stick with us. We're going to storm the village square, and as tradition goes, we're going to follow the rear end of Miss Archin. Grazie via la bouffe. So as I said, this is a very, very old village indeed. Goes back a long, long time in history. That's the entrance to the old taverna. Let's just have a quick sneaky look inside. There it is. So they're getting ready to open tonight. They're going to be cooking souvlaki and that kind of thing. So they've got some internal tables. There's the toilets. There's Archin Grazie via la bouffe again. And then just across the road is where all the action actually happens. Let's follow that rear end. It is absolutely beautiful. Have a look at that. Some works of art as we go on travels. That's the rear end going out the door, and then across the road they've actually got the main event. So you pop in there, and that's where you can see some old boys having their coffees and their frappes and that kind of thing. You've got an outside seating area, various seats and chairs all around, outside tables, a beautifully paved courtyard, and of course that is the main event itself. That's the beautiful oldie world church. That's Grazie via la bouffe.
Ladies, I would suggest you not to wear high heels while you're working on this pavement, on this way, because it's not possible not to break your legs.
So make sure that you wear suitable attire, because what Grazie via la bouffe is on about is the oldie world cobblestones, which of course is totally in keeping. There's the front entrance to Taverna again. There's the courtyard. There's the main passageway down to the front entrance of the church. It's a beautiful, beautiful village indeed. And again, there's Grazie via la bouffe.
Hello, everybody.
How nice to see you again and again. So, as we pop over here, you've actually got a textiles museum, and it's actually weaving and exhibiting all of its bits and bobs. And we're going to pop in there and make a special video in the next event. Over there is the museum. So we're going to pop in there very, very shortly. The lady is going to talk us through and show us how it operates. You've got this nice little sitting area over here and some beautiful, beautiful gardens, that's for sure. Have a look at that. And you've got a great view out across the mountains. So again, where are we? We're in the village of Fiti, in between Paphos and Polis. It's one of the old villages, and there's the beautiful centre feature of the church. Absolutely spectacular. Feast your eyes upon that. There's only one thing that's perhaps slightly better than that, and that's the rear end of Archin Grazie via la bouffe. This is looking absolutely ravishing today, that's for sure. And then this is a watering hole, so if you want that little special drink of water, want to dab the forehead, that's where you come. You pop along, you'll find these scattered all over the countryside of Cyprus. Paphos in particular, lots of tourists are out and about. If you get that a little bit hot, get yourself a napkin out, damp it, or have some drinking water. The water's fine for you to drink. It's a very, very old and a very, very traditional village indeed. There's lots of oldie world bungalows. Our friend, member of our family in fact, Miss Evie, well, in the previous video, that's where we went, just down the road, and now we're just up the road on the village square. Grazie via la bouffe has found.
I have never seen how the pepper's growing.
That's right. So this is an actual functioning garden. You've got cacti, you've got some other bits and bobs growing over there, herbs. It's a village that you can wander around for a good half an hour to an hour. I say there's a shop over there and there's a museum over here. So let's pop into the museum and have a quick look. But if you come back in the next video, we're going to make a special video on this museum and the shop. And the lady who runs it all is going to have a chat with us as well.
But what is this?
These are the cotton buds. That's what they actually are. That's the raw cotton.
Yeah.
And then, of course, that's when it's been that little bit refined. And then, of course, it then is weaved into these works of art. And I say we're going to make a special video on the lady that runs the museum and who runs the shop. And she is a weaver extraordinaire, that's for sure. And she's going to talk us through the family and all of our ancestors who've been doing this in the village of Fiti for a long, long time indeed. And there's some of the pictures on the wall showing you the olden times and the modern times. And we've got pictures of her grandfather. So there's a lot of history in this village, that's for sure. That's one of the great machines, and that's Otchingrasivi Laboof having a look to see what's going on.
She's probably sitting here and she does something.
Weaving away. Weaving away.
And further down is a traditional folkloric dancing costumes. As I understand, this is the women used to wear like a nightmare.
Yes, nightmare. Well, it was a bit of a nightmare if you found your woman wearing that, that's for sure.
Nightwear, I believe. Nightwear, sorry. I mix.
You mix up your words.
Yeah.
If I was to come into the bedroom and found Otchingrasivi Laboof in that, to be honest, that would be a bit of a nightmare.
Come on, you.
Without trying to be nasty, that's for sure.
Look what a beautiful
There we are.
woman.
There we are. Right.
Wow.
Sivi Laboof is fascinated, that's for sure.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, yes. Balconies.
There we are. Yes, balconies seem to be on show. And in fact, there's the rear end.
Everything okay?
Yes, everything's
I
okay.
checked.
It all looks very, very nice indeed.
Wow.
So there we are.
Yeah.
Here's some of the implements and the tools that have been used in the fields over the years. It's a great, great place indeed. So stick with us, because we're going to come back and make a special video on the shop that's selling the tablecloths, the cushion covers, the bed quilts, that sort of stuff. And then we're going to come into the museum and have a more detailed look at it, shall we say. So if you are coming to Paphos on your holidays, or if you live in Paphos and there's something you haven't been to see, pop up to Fiti Village, because it's a great, great place to be. Very tranquil, very calm, very open, and very, very welcoming indeed. Great traditional taverna. It'll serve you that frappe, that hot coffee, cold drink, that beer, or that special halloumi sandwich, or souvlaki. And that's very, very tasty indeed. Rasivi?
I would like to say that in this atmosphere, while you're here, you understand how the time brings you to another century. It looks like you're in a past century.
It's like a time that's time's forgotten.
Yes. This is what I mean. And the tools, these machines that the people used to use in the olden times, I don't know how they would operate, how did they work, but hey, they didn't want any electricity for that. All was handmade, and they had to put the huge effort for this. Can you imagine today the youth can be operating such machines? And I think the ladies, our ladies here, and I would like to say that it's amazing when you look in, observing all these equipments, let me say, and all these tools and machines and the little things and the loveliest already ready pieces of textile, let me say, and the one doesn't look like another. Really, I'm amazed, and I would like to tell you many thanks for watching. If you like what you see, please click and subscribe. Don't forget to come and see another of our madnesses. We're loving you again and again, and many kisses from me and Mr. Paul.
So what's left for me to say is thanks for watching, and of course if you like what you see, please hit the like, click subscribe, come back for a little bit more of our madness. Now if you liked those textiles and you liked that museum, come back in the next one, because the lady's over there, she's smiling, and we're going to have a chat, and she's going to show us how the machines work, and we're going to go and have a look at some of the mains that she's made, and we're going to show you some of the prices, and we're going to give you more details of how you get up to Fiti Village. It's a great place to come, only about 40 minutes drive from Paphos, or if you're on the other side of the island in Polis, it's about 25 minutes by car. So a great day out, and you can have a nice coffee and a lunch while you're here. Receiving?
The satisfaction is huge. Believe me, you should come and see everything with your own eyes. We're loving you again and again and kissing you deep in your lovely heart.
Thanks for watching.